Exxon Corporation tanker mishap today with the Valdez connection. The fully loaded Exxon Philadelphia is adrift off the coast of Washington State after engine failure. Rescue vessels trying to tow the tanker to port, and the Coast Guard claims everything is under control. The tanker is carrying 21 million gallons of crude from Valdez to a Washington State refinery. A victory today for environmentalists and a setback for the logging industry of the Pacific Northwest. After a court-ordered reevaluation, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service recommended the tiny spotted owl be listed as a threatened species. If it becomes final, this recommendation would prevent logging on all lands where the owls might be harmed. An estimated 1,500 pairs of American spotted owls remain.
Enjoying yourself. That's what life is all about. And it's easy when you have the best bladder control protection. Depend Undergarments has special layers of absorbency that won't bunch or sag, and elastic legs for a better fit. They're the best protection and the best way for you to get back into life. Hey!
Get back into life with Depend.
You've got to be kidding. I mean, a cereal today is supposed to be fun, wild shapes, jelly beans. You got anything like that? These are just flakes. I like this. That's funny, huh? Unless you're going for a retro thing, right? Bringing back all the good stuff. Yeah, it's simple, basic. I like that.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Get out of here. Cornflakes?
Taste them again for the first time.
With arthritis, there's pain, and then there's pain. For relief, there's aspirin, and then there's Anacin. The Anacin aspirin formula has more medicine than regular aspirin.
That's not relief. That's relief.
Anacin.
When I need a laxative, I use Dulcolax.
Doris Jones talks about Dulcolax.
I like Dulcolax because it's very mild and gentle and dependable.
Dulcolax, tablets and suppositories.
Dulcolax works every single time.
They are drawing in the Pennsylvania lottery tonight. Biggest jackpot in North American history, more than $100 million. The odds against any ticket are 10 million to 1 against. But the fever is everywhere in Pennsylvania and in surrounding states. The question in some places is, are these things really a good idea? Richard Schlesinger reports on the now legal numbers racket some states are running.
At the Pennsylvania-Ohio border, they are turning would-be millionaires away. Too many people want lottery tickets.
We got about at least a 6-hour wait, maybe more here.
In Pennsylvania, lottery tickets are selling at a rate of 500 per second. The fever is spreading like the plague, and in some places, it is about as welcome.
The lottery's too big. There's too much greed into it now.
But to the people in line, there's no such thing as too big. Even though the odds are about 10 million to 1 against winning, people in Pennsylvania were willing to spend hours waiting to take a gamble.
Well, my wife doesn't even know I'm here. She thinks I'm getting parts for my bulldozer.
Lotteries have earned billions of dollars for the 29 states that run them, but now some experts are starting to question the ethical cost of those profits.
When you play jackpot, the instant game from the Florida Lottery, it'll make you want to.
$140 million of state money is spent to sell an almost impossible dream.
We have to be concerned about whether the public interest is served by educating the public to believe that gambling is a good thing.
Hey, you take a shot. And so I'm not a gambler.
But studies show between 2 and 5% of lottery players are compulsive gamblers.
They're winding up with anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 in debt, and it's the state that's advertised for it.
We want them to come to us for some fun, some dreams, some entertainment.
Illinois is filming its new lottery commercials now, and despite the objections, across the country, millions of lottery players continue to drive up the stakes. Richard Schlesinger, CBS News, Albion, Pennsylvania.
National lottery fever will be the subject tomorrow night of the CBS News broadcast 48 Hours. That's tomorrow night at 7 Central Time. The government said today that the economy's gross national product had a strong 5.5% growth rate during the first quarter. Excluding agriculture, the GNP growth rate was 3%, higher than expected and possible evidence that inflation is still a concern. United Airlines today gave Boeing the largest order of new airliners from one company in aviation history. To replace its aging fleet, United ordered up to 370 Boeing 737s and 757s. It'll pay nearly $16 billion.
Lots of long hours and hard days wrapped up in this one. The Pontiac Transport SE. Took it all the way from the design studio to reality. You factor it all in, safety, comfort, performance, then make sure it ends up beautiful. You know, I think we did it.
GM has been recognized for design excellence by the Industrial Designer Society of America more than any other U.S. company.
Honey, great news. I don't need surgery for my hemorrhoids. The doctor said they're not that serious.
Well, what did he say?
He told me to eat right, get some exercise, and when they act up, use Preparation H.
Thousands of doctors distribute this hemorrhoidal care guide. It advises a fiber-rich diet, exercise, and for flare-ups, try Preparation H for effective therapy against hemorrhoidal symptoms.
Aren't you glad you didn't need surgery?
Preparation H, also a new cream.
Sometimes minor mouth pain can be major trouble. Maximum Strength Anbesol gives maximum strength relief on contact. So before you can say Tchaikovsky, the pain's gone. Maximum Strength Anbesol. It's major relief.
Good friends and good food, but my stomach aches. My party. And Mylanta too.
Double strength Mylanta 2 with nearly double the acid neutralizing power of any leading regular strength brand.
Because my life takes Mylanta too.
When Lucille Ball came to New York to take acting classes as a 15-year-old, the school wrote her parents to advise they were wasting their money. Was anyone ever more wrong about anything or worse advice given? Correspondent David Browning looks at Lucy's unforgettable career in comedy.
All right, hit the music, Harry.
Join the thousands of happy, peppy people and get a great big bottle of Myra Here she comes.
Everybody loved Lucy. And it wasn't just the saucer eyes or the laugh that made you laugh, too. No, Lucy's hold on several generations of Americans went way beyond that.
Well, I don't think she ever did anything to hurt anyone. I think she was childlike and bemused and bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
And Lucy of the pratfalls, Lucy of the sight gags, Lucy of the reruns that go on forever all around the globe. Lucy is so much a part of America's history and its heart. It's hard to remember that even before Lucy, there was Lucille Ball, actress.
Even after you grow old.
There she is on the left, one of the showgirls with Eddie Cantor in the 1933 movie Roman Scandals.
I want to do something with my hands.
She arrived in Hollywood via Broadway and arrived, if the truth be known, as a brunette. The red hair came later, an homage to her favorite movie star.
I loved Clara Bow. Loved her red hair. I think that's why I have red hair. I wasn't born with this, you know.
No?
No.
Oh. Got the check?
Here it is. Her movie roles in the 30s and 40s ranged from the solid to the purely ornamental, from brunette to blonde to redhead. And it was in the movies that she first met a young Cuban band leader named Desi Arnaz.
Will someone please come? There's a waiter fainted out here.
My gosh!
They married, and while Lucy had her own radio show on CBS, Desi went on the road with his band. And then came television. William Paley, the founder of CBS, remembered how I Love Lucy came to be.
She came to me one day, and we were going to transfer her from radio to television, and said, I just can't do it. And I said, why not? She said, well, I'm married to Desi Arnaz, and the most important thing in the world to me now is to have a baby. And it's not going to be possible for me to have a baby if Desi is out traveling around the country leading his band 50 weeks a year or something of that kind. I have to be with him, and if I can't have him with me here in Hollywood participating in my show, I'm just going to travel with him. So under duress, I said, well, if it's that important, we'll find a place for him, and we'll put him into your show. And we started doing it that way.
It's me!
And it was a lucky relationship because the show, as you remember, was a very, very successful one, to a very large extent because of Lucille Ball's stubbornness, just in wanting to have a baby.
Ricky, this is it.
This is it!
We didn't know that it would be on for a year even. We knew nothing about time or reruns or anything. I found a character that I love doing, and I had a chance to do it again and again and again. That's great.
Wait for me!
But life does not always imitate television. Lucy and Desi divorced in 1960 and went their separate ways, but always spoke with respect of the magic that the other brought to television's most famous show.
You know, the one good thing about her, she never mind looking messed up or wet or with mud in her face. I mean, you know, most girls are always worrying about their hair and everything. You know, she never cared. You know, if he was funny and if he was good, fine. You know.
How do you remember Desi?
Fondly, gratefully.
In recent years, Lucille Ball did occasional television roles, serious and comic, and was honored from Hollywood to Washington, and was once asked the epitaph she'd prefer.
I loved doing what I was doing, so I felt very lucky. I'm happy that I brought laughter because I have been shown by many the value of it.
I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as two can be.
It's true, I love Lucy. Like you, I love Lucy. Yes, Mom. I love Lucy, too.
And that's tonight's CBS Evening News. Later this evening, CBS News will present a prime-time one-hour broadcast on the remarkable life of Lucille Ball. That will be at 9 Central Time tonight. Until then, Dan Rather.
Lucille Ball, everybody's favorite redhead. Share the fond memories of her legendary life. Lucy, a CBS News special tonight.
This is CBS.